Monday.
Oh, that works out well because that last would have been in the. All right, you guys.
All right. Let's. No. No, body assist. All right, we are going to start standing. So we're going to start with our weights. Oh, by the way, yes, we're using a little ball and weights today. We're going to start with our weights and just start with a little balance. So, yeah, fold it up. Mat is always a little bit more challenging. So, all right. Okay, so we're going to start. Let's take the left weight behind your back. And let's take the right weight right out in front. So we're going to shift our weight to our right leg, right? And we're going to reach that left leg back behind you, just to where your toe is kind of touching the floor. And as you exhale, we're going to pull that leg up. We're going to tap it with the weight. So a little cross connection. Up. All right, on this next one, we're going to lift the leg, hold that arm out there. Now we're going to just open the leg and the arm. One, we're going to bring it forward. We're going to reach the leg behind you, kind of keep it floating if you can. Bring it back. And take it back. And bring it back. I can't look.
Yeah, I know.
I can't look at the same time that I do this. Otherwise, if I'm looking at you guys, I'm losing my balance. Last one. I totally screwed that up. And come back in. All right, other side. So reach behind. All right, other hand out in front, our little cross connection. So we just come up and get and up. Two, and hold. So we're lifting that leg and opening and closing. Last one, bring it forward, reach it back and up. I think I'm just off balance today. Oh my gosh. Back, up. Last one. Oh, I finally get it together at the very end. All right. All right. Just switch your weights into one hand if you can, just because I like them a little heavy here. So switch those to one hand. And then just a nice comfortable position through the feet, kind of flat. And we're just going to let the weight in that hand, kind of let that weight carry our body over into a bend, like we're reaching those weights to the floor. And then as we come up, pull the belly in and think of lifting. And inhale and exhale. And really think of growing tall. As we bring the body back, we're going to grow nice and tall. Lower, lift. And let's just do two. And one. We're just going to switch those weights to the other side. Just kind of warming up those obliques on the other side. Hold those weights whatever way is comfortable. Let that weight feel heavy. And then let yourself go into that bend. Let those weights kind of come to the floor and then exhale. Pull that belly in and really grow tall. Inhale and exhale. that belly in. Really think of growing tall as you come back up to straight, really lifting that body back on top. Using that opposite oblique, lift, 2 more. And last one. And then just put one hand in each hand. And we're just going to stretch. So I'm going to move my right arm up overhead. I'm just going to stretch over to that left, really getting that stretch through those ribs. And then we're going to bring it back up, lowering it back down. And again. All right. And we are just going to lift those hands so that those weights are up to the ceiling. So from here, we're going to just think about those underarms, squeezing them into the body. And actually, I'm gonna hold the weights in this position, so palms comfortable. And then we're just going to squeeze those underarms into the body as we open the arms out. So we want to feel this behind the arm. The tighter you squeeze those arms into the body, the more you go. Inhale and exhale. Exhale. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Okay, not finished with balance yet. So we're going to shift our weight to that right again. We're going to take that left foot kind of behind, opening that knee. And then from here, we're just going to twist towards that left knee and then come back to center. One more. And come back down. All right. Again, other side, right? Foot behind. Arms are still in that little open position. And we're just going to twist now to that, right? And back to center. Those are tough. All right, we are going to come to seated. So what we'll need to do is sit kind of on the edge of your mat somewhere so that your feet can be on the floor. So there you go, right? Not too far. It doesn't have to go that far. Yeah. All right. So from here, I'm going to work with the ball today. I like the ball. It gives us some support in the back for one thing, but it really does make us focus a little bit more on our abdominals rather than just staying in that position and using muscles we may not. So I'm going to put it kind of like right at the base of my butt and in my kind of the top of my pelvis as I lean back into the ball. Maybe a little bit of my lower back is touching, but not completely. One weight on each side. We're going to get to those in a minute. Right now, we're gonna work from this position. So when you think about this, go ahead and extend those legs out. We're pulling our belly in and kind of putting a little pressure, using our belly as we pull in, kind of putting some pressure into that ball. Arms are going to come into a hug a tree. Shoulders are relaxed. And the goal is not to put too much weight through your heel. So as you exhale, I'm going to draw the right heel kind of in towards my butt, but I'm going to try to avoid putting weight there. Inhale as we press back out. Exhale, scoop the belly deep. So we're kind of pressing our low back into that ball or the back of our pelvis, and then exhale. And just really try not to have a lot of weight in that foot. Just glide easily, like it's just almost like it's floating. Last one. Just lean forward, keep the ball where you can. Just get that little stretch through that. Good. We're going to come back into position. So we're going to scoop up that belly. Legs are long. We're going to pick up those weights and we're going to come to a hug a tree. So we're going to start with just the hug a tree. We're going to keep our low belly really engaged here, shoulders down. We're going to inhale as we open, exhale, and close. Inhale. You don't have to open too wide. And really here, try not to come up off the ball as you open those arms. Try to keep that scoop into the ball. Inhale. One more. And relax. So if weight becomes too much, you know, we just put the weight down, right? We're going to add in that single leg, pull in as we hug our tree. So we're going to start here. As we inhale to open the arms, we're going to draw the knee in. As we exhale, we're going to press that leg out, other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more each side. And reach forward. We're going to do that again, but we're just going to switch the breath. So again, find that ball, put it right where you're, lean back with it, with the pelvis, keeping that upper body forward. We're going to start this time. As we inhale, we're just going to open. And as we exhale, we're going to draw one leg in as we hug that tree. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, pull in. Kind of our opposite breath. We're pulling in on the leg as we exhale. One more each side. Last one. And putting those weights down, reaching forward and stretching. All right. So again, anytime you need to, you can put these weights down. Do not have to. So we're going to go now into scooping again. So we're pulling our low belly into that ball, keeping connected. Elbows are going to be just alongside the body. Shoulders are down. Collarbone is wide. And we're just going to go into this nice little bicep. So we're going to exhale as we bicep. Inhale and exhale. And really focus on that low belly scooping as you exhale to bicep up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release that for just a moment. All right, so double leg scooping in on this one, right? So we're going to add that double leg scoop to the bicep curl. So at the beginning, let's just kind of hang out with our hands alongside. We're not going to do anything with them. You can even let them rest on the floor if you want to. And from the first part of this, I just want you to kind of get used to that double leg scoop. So we're really focusing on our low belly, scooping our low belly in as we slide those legs. Inhale as we press them out. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And exhale. And inhale. Then we lift those arms up. We're going to add that bicep curl into it. So we're going to exhale. Try to keep those feet nice and light. So you really have to draw deep into that belly. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reach it forward into your stretch. Stretch that back a little bit. All right, right back, last one. Let's just do one weight at a time, all right? So we're gonna just take one weight, we're gonna let that arm open. We're gonna go opposite leg with a rotation. So I'm gonna rotate to the left as I draw my left knee in. Inhale, and I'm gonna do that side again. We're staying on the same side. So let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it forward. Let's drop that weight off, sit up nice and tall, kind of stretch that back. We have that other side to go. So we're going to scoop that belly right up against that ball behind us. Arms open wide. I'm going to rotate to the right, pulling my right knee in as I rotate. Inhale back to center. Exhale. And 2 more. And center and stretch. So let's open those legs. Let's stretch forward. We're all a little tight today. Yeah, I know, Monday, right? And of course, time change. So we all had to get up a little earlier today.
Who even slept?
Oh my gosh. It was rough.
Very rough.
It was a little rough this morning.
Oh, I hate that.
All right, we're just gonna rotate towards that left leg. We're gonna reach towards that left ankle. And I want you to think about that opposite hip really reaching away from you right now. Just stretching. We need some added stretch today for Monday. And then we're gonna pull that back. We're gonna rotate over to that right. Reach for that ankle. Take that opposite hip, send it away. And then bring it all the way back up. Close that up. We're going to put the weights, we are going to use them, but put them onto the side. All we're going to do is turn onto our side. And we're going to come into this position where we're now going to have the ball under the weights. So again, I really like this. So let's see, let's all go, yeah. Are you guys all on your left? Yes, you're all on your left. I'm going to start on my left, then shoot.
I think I'm on my left.
Everyone's on their left. Okay, I'm going to go to my left. So what's nice about this is it does give you some support. So you're not completely on that shoulder and arm, but we are still thinking about the shoulder and the arm here. So even though we have that support under the waist, we want to kind of push a little bit through that kind of forearm, elbow area. We want to stay lifted, not let ourselves sink into the shoulder, but stay lifted out of it. We're just going to take one of your weights. We're going to bring it by our side. So this is shoulder work. Got it? So this is shoulder. So again, all of this can be done without weight. So don't worry if you need to do it without weight, it's totally fine. We're going to keep that arm on top, nice and long. We're going to stay kind of lifted up off the ball just a little bit so we're not hanging into it. And then we're just going to lift that arm up. And we're going to lower it back down. So you do your breath for you. And then you can keep the knees bent, but you don't. No, you have it. Knees bent, yeah. Just because it gives us some nice security. And I want to concentrate a little bit more on the arm rather than what else is going on. So I want to think more about shoulder. So as the arm is lifted, we want to think of letting the shoulder kind of drop still away from the ear. So let's do 2 more here. So you don't want to draw the shoulder into the ear. And last one. And then we're going to lift now this arm just about halfway. So we're going to kind of lift it up, but maybe only about halfway. I'm going to pull my underarm down and find that connection. And I'm going to do these little rainbows. I'm going to drop my arm forward. I'm going to let it tap the floor or pretty close to it. And I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to take it behind without changing my body. So I'm only going to feel that stretch kind of through the front of the shoulder. And then I'm going to bring it forward and up. And forward, it's like little rainbows. Think of a little rainbow. And up. Unicorns are coming in. And up. The magic of just trying to get us through this class this morning, right?
Yeah.
And 2. And 1. That should warm up that shoulder a lot. All right, so we're gonna finish this off. Something really quick here. We're gonna reach that arm nice and long. We're gonna turn that weight until it faces behind us. I'm gonna press my arm back until I start to feel a little connection there. And then I'm gonna press it back from there and forward and back. So they're not very big. They're bigger than a pulse, but it's not full range of motion. Keep that arm reaching long, sorry, and keep that back of the arm pressing back. Let's do 4 and 3, 2 and 1, and forward, and let that arm rest. And from here, stay there, don't move. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. So we are in this position. So from here, we're going to switch this. We're going to put the weight down, and we're going to switch this thinking to our leg. So all we're going to start with here is clamming. That's it. So we're just going to keep our heels together. We're going to lift that top knee up. We're going to lower it down. We're going to pull that belly in, lift that top knee up. And down. So we don't want to let ourselves roll behind us on that hip, right? We want to keep those hips stacked. Let's do 2 and 1. We're just going to add on to this movement. So from here, we're going to lift that leg to our clam. From this external position, we're just going to extend our leg from that knee. We're going to turn it to parallel as we lower it down and bend it back in, and then we're right back to start. So it's clam, extend, parallel down and in. Up, extend, parallel down and in. Out, and up, out, down, and in. 3 more. 3 and 2. Last 1 and in. So we're just going to reverse that. So we stay parallel, we just extend the leg out, we turn it to external as we lift, and we just take the heels together and we land in our clam. And then close up. So extend, lift, externally rotate and bring the heels together. And actually we should externally rotate forward. And reach out, external, lift, bend, down. Out, external, lift, and down, out, lift, and down. 3, 2, and 1. Mess that up. And down and rest. Good, nice here. So from here, we're going to take. Let's give the upper body a break. I'm doing loans. So let's go down onto our full thing. So we're going to take that ball and we're just going to place it behind the knee. So we're going to keep our upper body down for this, okay? So we're just going to finish our glute work. So we did our clams, but we're going to finish that little glute work. So we're going to flex that top foot and we're just going to lift that leg up so that it's kind of level with the hip. We're going to draw the knee in towards our chest, and then you're going to press that leg back, kind of kicking that foot behind you, finding that nice little maybe stretch even through the front of the leg. Inhale as we bend it in, exhale as we press it back. Inhale as we bend it in, exhale as we press it back. So here, try to keep your belly tight, especially on that press back. Pull that belly in, back, in, and 2. On this last one, we're going to hold it back there. So you're going to press it back, you're going to hold. And then from here, little squeeze on that ball, like you're drawing that foot towards that butt. And then you're just going to press that leg back, little pulses, pulse, pulse. Keep that nice squeeze on the ball. nice and constant. 4, 3, 2, press it back as far as you can. Now keep the leg there and just squeeze the ball, little pulses into the ball, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep that belly nice and tight. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that squeeze, bring that knee forward, go into a circle with your knee, and circle. Try to keep those hips nice and level. Up, up, and 2, and 1, reverse that circle. You know that part is always coming. And almost done. This is our last hurrah here. And 3, 2, 1, and lower that leg down. All right, we're going to take the ball out, bring your foot in front of you, and just we're going to kind of do this little almost figure 4 like stretch. So just foot in front, you can push that knee away, whatever feels good. Trying to get this more through the hip than anything. And then release that. And we will move this to the other side. Let's come onto that right. So we're going to start again with our arm work. So we're got that ball underneath. Let's see if we can remember this whole thing. We just got through. Make sure we do it all. All right, so ball underneath. I'm on my forearm and my elbow, but I'm not sinking into my shoulder, so I'm staying lifted out of it. I'm also staying just slightly lifted up from that ball, just to give it a little release so I'm not hanging. So long arm alongside. We're going to start with just that lift up and down. So it's up. That shoulder work. Trying to keep the shoulder from rising up into the ear as we lift the arm up. We want to keep a little bit of that connection down on the back of the shoulder blade. Nice and slow. Try not to let momentum get a hold here. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lift that arm just halfway. Lift that arm about halfway up. We're going to go into those little rainbows. Make sure you're lifted out of that shoulder on the floor. We're going to drop that arm forward. Press it up and then press it back as far as you can without changing your body position. Inhale. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Back. Give that shoulder a little bit of a break. So let's reconnect the body. Lift out of that arm that's on that floor. Kind of slightly up out of that ball. Find that body position again. Long arm and the weight faces behind you. We're going to press that arm back till we feel a little connection. And from there, we begin our work back and forth. So it's just that small movement. It's bigger than a pulse, but not as big as that arm long, keep working through the back of the arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press that down. All right, putting that weight down, we're just going into our leg. So from here, find a nice position. You can use that other hand in front of you, kind of like a little kickstand too to help. That's perfectly fine. We're going to start with just our plank. So we're going to climb up and down. So kind of squeezing those heels together as we lift that top knee up to the ceiling and really focusing on keeping those hips stacked here. So don't let that top hip roll behind you. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And now we're gonna go into those little extensions. So we're gonna clam up, holding your external, extend that leg out, turn to parallel as we lower down, bend back in, clam, extend parallel down and in, up, extend, down, in, up, extend, down, in, 3, and 2, and 1, and in. So now we just reverse that, keep it parallel as we press out, externally rotate as we lift, pull the heel down, and then clam it shut. And out, external lift, in and down. Out, external lift, down, clam it shut. 3, and 2, and 1. All right. Take that ball out from underneath, lay your upper body down. Oh, so relaxing. And put that ball between the back of the knee. All right, so from here, we're going to lift that top leg just a little bit, flex that foot. We're going to start by pulling that knee in and then pressing it back, kind of pressing, keeping that foot behind you. But try not to lose your body position here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. In. Three, 2. On the last one, hold it back there. So just keep a hold of that ball and little pulses back. Back, back. So really kind of finding that glute, that leg slightly lifted, and 5, 4, 2, press it back, hold. Now squeeze the ball, squeeze it in and in. Keep that belly nice and tight, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going into those knee circles. Bring that knee forward, circle it up and back. Keep that belly nice and tight. 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. Last little bit here. Did we make it through it all? Did we remember everything? No one's going to tell me. And 3, 2. I think I just made us do more. And 1. And rest. Sorry. And rest. Let's bring that foot forward. Let's find that little stretch in that kind of figure 4. We're going to finish off with some abdominal work. We did some in the beginning, but we didn't do enough. We're going to do a little bit more. We did some of this work. If you were in class on Wednesday, we did a little bit of this work on Wednesday, which is nice. But we're going to come up, we're going to use that ball again, but this time it's going to go in between those shoulder blades. So as we lie down, we have that ball resting in between the shoulder blades. We're going to take those hands behind the head. So from here, we can actually allow ourselves to just relax that upper back over that ball. Let those kind of arms, elbows open wide, let that upper back relax, let the head feel heavy. So no tension in the front of the neck. All right, keep your head supported. We're going to start with those nice little curl ups from the upper body. So all we're going to do is take our heart or chest, we're going to lift it towards those knees as we curl forward. And then we're going to inhale as we lower back down. Is that nice big upper back extension. And think about that low belly here. And if you need to get into that low belly, you can even go into a little bit of a tuck. It helps you to really engage that low belly. Go into that little tuck. And exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lift. And we're going to do 2 more. And we're going to hold on this next one. So we're going to lift. We're going to hold. Make sure your feet are in a comfortable position. So we've got our upper body lifted. We're going to stay active in that upper body lift. We're going to exhale, engage that low belly as we draw one knee towards our chest. Inhale, lower back down. Switch your legs. And switch. Nice and slow. Everything coming from the belly to draw that leg in. Try to avoid just thinking of lifting the leg. Try to think of drawing it in and up with the belly. So really engage that low belly. And come in and rest that upper back over that ball. So we're going to do that same thing again, but we're going to add a little rotation. So this time, as I curl up, I'm going to lift my left leg and I'm going to rotate my body towards that left knee. So exhale, curl up, rotate, lifting my left knee and rotating to that side. And then I'm going to bring it back down as I lower over the ball. Other side. Exhale. And up. And up. One more time. And over the ball. And now we're going to curl up again and we're going to hold. So we're going to lift one leg to tabletop, lift the other leg to tabletop. And from here, we're going to start with single leg extension. I'm going to go into flexion of my ankle. I'm going to press one leg out, pull it back in. Exhale. One more each side. Legs in, draw them together, both legs out. And in. Last 3. 2. And 1. Pull it in, set those legs down. Ooh, rest that over that ball. Nice extension of that belly, let it rest. All right, last one here before we switch that place of the ball. So we're going to curl back up again. We're going to lift those legs to tabletop and then extend them to the ceiling. So we're going to lower those legs just about 6 inches. Use the belly, scoop them up, and really scoop that belly, almost like you're scooping it in like a ball. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Last 3. 2. 1. Ooh. Oh yes, my belly was getting sore on that. And rest it over. Good. Nice low, deep abdominals. All right, we're going to take that ball out from underneath. We're going to lie all the way down. And we're just going to take that ball between those knees and we're going to release those. We're going to release the spine and release the back. So we're just going into our little bridging here, nothing crazy. All right, so just holding onto the ball, we scoop that belly, curl up into our bridge. Hold that bridge at the top. And then as we exhale, soften from the shoulders and release. Bringing it down, just releasing the spine. Think about releasing. Nothing, you're not forcing anything. And curl it back up. Hold at the top, take an inhale. Exhale, release. Two more. Last one. So we're going to just take the ball away. We're going to cross our right foot over that left knee into that kind of figure four position. We got it? All right, so figure four. My knee issue, ladies, you can keep both feet on the ground for this. If this bothers you for whatever reason, so both feet can stay on the floor. We're going to keep our spine super long on this one. We're just going to lift it. I'm going to put a little pressure down through that knee with my foot as I lift my pelvis, trying to keep it level. I'm going to lead with my butt on the way down, tap the mat, and lift it right back up. And down. You can even go to fingertips here if you want to make it a little bit more challenging. 3, 2, 1, and down, and then we're just going to switch that out. Other side, little pressure down through my ankle on that knee. Whole upper body lifts as one piece, right? Whole body, I should say, lifts as one piece. And down, tap, and lift. And lift. Shoulders down, collarbone nice and wide. Let's do 3, 2, and 1, and down. And take that nice last one here, nice wide stance, external rotation. Right, so we're just going to come up on this one and we're going to hold. So external wide stance, we're going to lift our whole torso up. We're going to find our glutes here. So our glutes are big and connected. Maybe squeeze them a little bit more to lift a little higher. We're going to take those legs and just press them open. Little pulse. Open. Open. Just getting those glute med. Okay, outer glute. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly curl down. Once we get that pelvis all the way to that mat, just hug those knees, whatever way is comfortable for you, into the chest, round your spine, let yourself maybe rock back and forth. Stretch through the back. And then I'm just going to set my right foot to the floor. I'm going to let my left leg extend to the ceiling. You can hold here if you want. You can curl up. Bringing that leg a little closer. Holding here, you can flex that ankle, getting that stretch a little deeper. And then we're going to lower that leg, lower your body if you have it lifted. Go ahead and set that to the floor, pick up that other one, and extend it up. Holding here, or bringing yourself up, upper body. And reflection. And come back down. I forgot one little thing, and that was I was just going to do some nice ankle circles. So just bring that left leg back up to the ceiling and just go into some nice big. and then reverse. And set that leg down. Let's just do that on the other side. Up. And nice big and reverse. Set that leg down. We're going to grab that ball. We are going to come to seated, but we're going to roll it up. So we're going to just bring that ball to the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to start to curl forward. Look at those toes. Curl all the way back up. And then we are going to sit in a nice big V position. Nice and open position. We're just going to roll that ball forward into a nice little back stretch. You can keep your back rounded, you can keep it flat, whatever feels good. Putting a little pressure on that ball just to let your body come forward. So lead with your low belly. Start to put a little pressure down to the ball and scoop that low belly back and start to stack that vertebra all the way back up into your straight position. We're just going to roll that ball over to the left. We're going to now reach it over to that left foot. You're reaching your opposing hip kind of in opposition here. And then as you exhale again, a little pressure into the ball, walk it back, curl yourself all the way back up, and roll it over to that right, out. Reach that opposite hip away. And then slowly bring it back. All we're going to do is take that ball back to the center. I'm going to start with my right hand on the ball. I'm going to send the right hand out as I take my left hand behind me, and I'm just going to kind of push it on the floor as I push myself into a little rotation stretch. Try to keep those shoulders down. Bringing it back, switching, taking it out. Back in, and last stretch forward to center, and just press it out. There for a moment. With each breath, maybe press that ball just a little further away. Deep breath in again, exhale, reach it out. On this next exhale, go ahead and put that pressure down on that ball, roll it up. Bring those legs all the way together. You guys are done. All right. Thank you.
Great money.
Wednesday was hard. Wednesday was a tough class. Yeah. I felt that class.
It was.
Right.
Yeah.